tell you what's going on. The heat is awesome. I'm talking about the temperature and what's going on in the polls right now. So we're in the middle of the heat wave. It's almost 100 degrees in New York City, and things are tightening up the candidates. So Donnie basically had very little experience, and Andrew Cuomo, when the state as governor, resigned 4 years ago because of accusations of sexual harassment. This is Andrew Cuomo's comeback from once he was leading all, but recently the policy tightened up. Have had so a lot of young people received a paper, so Donnie, and they say funds and penalties too. Say now drugs, they also some newspapers, it's very clear that this have experience to run this city. I mean, he comes from a place where he did a very video for 4 years. I think he passed Indiana on the staff of 5 people. If he is a citizen, it would be a major upset in New York City. He budget millions of dollars to manage your. He certainly does not have that experience. We have also a lot to talk about. Yeah, I mean, a huge embarrassment for Andrew Cuomo, but it might actually make him a candidate. Eric Adams,
Good morning, Frank. Or good afternoon, good evening. One or the other. Hey, Justin's here. Hello, Justin.
What's up?
What are you doing?
Not much.
Just hanging?
Yeah. What's up, Russell, Jody?
Russell, Brenda.
What's up, Brenda?
How's everybody doing tonight? I had a kind of a runaround day today. I went this afternoon to my doctor's for a doctor's appointment.
Uh-huh.
Then I went and flew a ship, and then I went and up to get my driver's license and my new tags on my truck.
Oh, you had to get a renewal on your license?
Yep, on my license
What
and
are you
everything.
doing, man?
Take my picture and everything else,
Wait, you want to go outside? Is that what you're freaking out about? Dude, what are you doing? You're attacking me. Enough.
Your pupper dogs?
Yeah, Tyson, he just came up and started attacking me on my chair. Come on, let's go outside. You want to go outside? Is that what you're doing?
It's getting ready to rain here.
Yeah, it was storming here a little while ago. Come on, boys. Come on. Go outside.
Yeah, Brenda says that's what she has is some nice thunderstorms.
So that's like, I guess that ceasefire's back on or what? And thought that's what I heard earlier. Come on, boys. Tyson, come on.
That was just on the news about the F-bomb that Trump laid out there.
Oh yeah, it's been all over the news all day. People have been
Yep.
reacting to it like
Yep.
crazy all day. And it's funny as hell.
And now what they're saying is Fox's News has just reported that the person on there that it must have worked because there isn't any missiles fired from either Iran or Israel.
Now apparently Trump.
Are you still with me, Justin? Can't hear you. Justin, are we still?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still here.
Okay,
Hold on, I got a phone call. I'll be right back.
all right. Yeah, Brenda, I agree with you. Well, we got a little bit of a lull here. I'm going to pinch a couple of peanuts. Be right back.
Yeah. What did Brenda say?
So,
Yeah, it's around here too. Brenda as well. It's a
yeah,
little sunny right now, but
I agree, Brenda. Brenda says the libs use the F-bomb against Trump all the time.
it doesn't matter. Not, dude, 80% of people around this country, they're gonna end up cussing at some point. So I don't even want to hear that. He's a person at the end of the day. So
Yeah. I was kind of anxious to maybe Joe would pop in here and tell us how he's doing.
I'm sure he'll come in at some point. Been coming in pretty consistently. So
I think TJ's working, isn't he?
I have no idea if he is or not. So what sucks about retails, you don't have a consistent schedule. So
Yeah, it's just it's whenever they assign you. Uh, it's not shift work. You're not working like 4 to 10s or whatever.
well, what I'm saying is like if you're working for a big company like Target or Walmart, you'll get put on a certain shift,
Yep.
but you won't have the same days off every week. Where little retailers like Walgreens and CVS and stuff like that, you get moved to shifts. You don't stay on a single shift. They'll move you around. One day you'll be working nights, one day you'll be working days.
Yep. It's however the person that's doing the schedule makes it fit. Hey Russell, what's going on? Oh, there's Giggles. It's in the chat.
What's up, TJ? Yeah, he's at work. What's up, Russell? Oh, Did you go to the doctor today, Brenda wants to know?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was a checkup and he wants me to go to uh, a specialist.
What'd you go for the doc? What does he want to go to the specialist for?
Urinary tract infection type thing. Well, he wants me to get an MRI.
Yeah, you definitely got something wrong if you have a consistent infection like that. Something's going on. What's up, Al? How's it going?
Hey, Al. Yep, Jody's here.
Oh.
Not a lot going on. Thank God my buddy Justin's here. Otherwise, I'd be staring at the screen by myself.
Yeah, I was looking at this RV online. It was pretty cool. It had 4 bedrooms in it.
They got some massive RVs out there.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. It had two, 3 enclosed bedrooms, and one of them was technically a loft, but they were including it as a.
What's the price tag on that?
I have no idea. They didn't say. Not entirely sure, but I'm sure it ain't cheap because RVs are damn. Some of them are more expensive than damn house guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some $1 million motorhomes out there.
Ugh.
Oh, I just heard a little rumble of thunder.
Oh, you had to do bus driver training? I was in the class with bus drivers when I started with the county. They keep trying to get me to drive a bus. I told them, no, I'm not doing all that for an extra $3 an hour. Screw that.
I
Amount
don't
of
know. I
crap they
think
have.
bus driving would be a good job. Because all you got to do is sit there and push the pedals and drive the bus.
Well, there's more to it. There's just a lot you have to do as a bus driver. Like you have to maintain the bus. You have to constantly go in for drug testing, and it's just there's a lot of shit you have to do because of DOT. When you're an attendant, you don't have to
You got
do a
a
lot of
chauffeur's
that stuff.
license, don't you?
Do what?
You got a chauffeur's license, don't you?
No.
Oh, I do. Okay.
You have to have a class B well, here you do at least. You have to have a class B to drive a bus. Pre-trip inspection, air brakes, and skills test. Yeah. What year of bus are you practicing on now? We just got a bunch of new 2025s in. Bus I ride on, though, we just got it. It was brand new. It was a 2024
Are they diesel or gas?
diesel. And then there's a handful of them that are propane. A lot of the 2014s that we have are propane. But every year they buy, our oldest buses are 2009s. So they go that far back and then they'll start getting this next year when all the 2025 start getting handed out, they'll start getting rid of all the 2009s. They'll send them off to auctions and stuff like that to get rid of them.
I'll be right back. I gotta get Booner in here. The thunder's getting pretty loud. Come on, Boone. Get in here.
They're not new, but the one I'm training on is not. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. The training bus they use over in our yard, because we got 3 bus yards. The training bus they use over in our bus yards is 2012, I think.
Go lay down. Get up and lay down.
Well, they buy, I think, like 30 or 40 new buses every year, and then they slowly weed out the ones that are like, I think they're like 15 years old, something like that. They'll keep them for. Yeah, dude, that makes for a long day, though. I'll tell you that. Having to go early in the morning and then take the afternoon off and then come back. Oh, especially if your bus yard does meetings in between. Oh, God. Makes for a really long day. I mean, it's kind of nice having that 3-4 hours in between off, but then it's just like you're so relaxed by that time, and then you got to get up and go back again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you had people flying all over the place. Pretty cool. Yeah, I know, right now. I don't blame you, man. California is expensive for sure.
Yeah, you did that for a while, didn't you?
What?
California?
I grew up there. I
When?
moved out of California back when I was in my early 20s. And then me and Sarah moved back there for about a year and a half or so, almost 2 years. And then we ended up leaving and coming back to North Carolina. And then we were there for about 2, 3 months. And then that's when Sarah's mom and dad decided they wanted to move down this way. So and then we decided we wanted to go ahead and move down here too. So that was mainly because of the area we lived in North Carolina. We didn't want to, and then because it was just a bad area and the schools were horrible, so we decided to move down here. We didn't want the kids being around that. Driving a bus is good as driving the morning. You get wine, straight 10 beers. Yeah, right. What's up, Corey? Ain't doing much today. I was just working on a new intro and stuff for
Corey.
Streamlabs.
We know that constitutionally, that
Is it because she got a bunch of family there, Al?
at the time.
Like her parents and stuff?
But that's
Hard to get people to move when their parents don't. Our parents are living in the same area.
nothing to do with tiny little school. But that's what her seat was not representatives lashing out.
As Dre said before, that's why him and his wife haven't moved because of his parents and all
Yeah.
that. But he would like to move at some point.
Yeah, I can understand you want to come east, but you don't want to go to you don't want to go to New York.
Oh, well, I mean, he'd be going from one expensive state to a more expensive state.
Yep.
New York's probably more expensive to live at. That'd be stupid to do that. That's why I used to laugh when these people down here would be like, "Man, it's not fair." Because people, when I worked at Walmart, they'd be like, "People up in Walmart up in New York make like $35 an hour." I said, "Yeah, they're also paying $5 grand for a fucking 1 bedroom apartment too every month."
Yep.
I was like, so it's really not that better of money, to be honest.
Yep. Corey says it feels like 110 degrees the second day in a row. Is it that hot down where you are, Justin?
It is. I don't feel that hot, man. Right, let's see what the temperature is. Oh, Violet, fuck off. Uh, why, why is my home set to Franklin, Pennsylvania? The hell? It's 89, feels like 100. 61% humidity. It doesn't feel like 100 outside. I was just out there.
Well, time to fly. Don't
Feels
just get
like
divorced from your wife because you don't like to live in California.
Oh, it's always nice though, Al, every once in a while to get a new start, a fresh start somewhere.
I know, but she does get a lot of attention that drives the news. I think.
So I said, anybody that lives in California, like Connecticut, New York, any of those really expensive states, best thing to do when you retire is find a cheap Midwest state or, you know, somewhere cheap that the cost of living's low and move and space your retirement out real good. Well, like what Joe wanted to do, where he wanted to move to Hawaii from where he lives now, that would
Yep.
be, you would kill your fucking retirement real quick
Here comes
going from
Joe
that type
now.
of state to like Hawaii. You could be 40 minutes from the coast in Florida too, Al. Come on down. What's up, Al? Or Joe?
Captain Joe is in the house from his second location.
I'm about an hour from each side of the coast, Al. An hour, hour and 20, depending on traffic. I've never been to Miami, Brenda, but I still want to go down there. Everybody says, "Oh, don't go down there." I still want to go down there just to say I've been there. His
Joe
audio wasn't
left.
working. Yeah, his audio I think was fucking up, so he's probably gonna try to come back in. I still want to go check out Miami. I haven't been that far south in Florida. Farthest south I've been is down where TJ lives. The only thing thing I don't like about Florida is there's no mountains. It's the only thing I don't like. 'Cause I was used to all the mountains in California, and there's no freaking mountains here anywhere. That that is true, Al. Humid heat is worse, I think, than the dry heat.
Well, is California got humid heat or is it dry heat?
Dry.
I'm gonna say I would think like southwest is a dry heat because of all the deserts and everything.
Yeah, Southern California is because out there you have to use what they call a swamp cooler, and that has to add humidity into your house in order to cool it. It has to do the opposite of what you would do here. If I used a swamp cooler here, it wouldn't do a damn thing. It
Really?
would just make the inside of the house muggy and wet, and it would feel horrible. That is true too, Al, because we live in a tropical climate, so we don't see all four seasons generally. At least they're not noticeable. Us and Hawaii are the only two that have a tropical climate. Yeah, Arizona's got some nice places too.
He loves Arizona.
There's some nice places in Nevada too, like the Pahrump area is pretty nice. Sarah's looking up B&Bs in Vegas. I guess we're planning a trip out there this next year. We can go out there for a week.
Hey, Tank.
What's up, Frank? I haven't been to Vegas in a while.
I haven't been there since I went on a honeymoon. We stopped in Vegas and then went to LA and then went to Hawaii.
Vegas is Vegas is fun. There's a lot to explore out in that area. It's just a lot of it's really spread out. Like if you want to go to the Area 51 fence, if you want to go to that famous Alien Cafe, then you got what is it, Scotty's Castle or whatever. It's out
Yeah.
in it's out in Death Valley. There's a lot of places, a lot of things you can go look at. There used to be that phone booth that was out in the middle of the desert. It was just a random ass phone booth that worked. I don't know what the hell it was doing out there or why the phone company hooked it up out there. It was just out in the middle of nowhere. Just a singular phone booth. But then they took it out a couple of years ago. It was a big tourist attraction. Yeah, Al, you need at least a week in Vegas if you want to experience quite a bit. A few days ain't going to give you much time to do anything. I mean, you can spend a whole week just exploring the strip. Well, not even going off the strip. And Sarah was looking at B&Bs and she was like, "Is North Las Vegas okay?" I said, "As far as I know, last I was in Vegas, North Las Vegas was a shithole. I wouldn't go up there. That was like the ghetto area of Vegas. I don't know if it's changed since I was there last, but I mean, even if you're not working, Corey, and you're just there for leisure, it's just there's so much to do.
It's kind of hectic, isn't it?
It can be, depending on what time of year it is, too. But like I said, it's just there's so much. I mean, you could get overstimulated trying to figure out what to do. There's just so much shit to do. So I tell people minimum a week if you're going to go to Vegas. If you got the money, do 2 weeks. What's up, Johnny? Yeah, I don't think anybody ever figured out why that phone booth was there, but they took it out a couple of years ago and people got pissed off about it because it was a working telephone phone booth out in the middle of fucking nowhere. There was nothing for probably 100 miles around it. I don't know why they ran it out there. But it was a big tourist attraction for years. People used to go out there and make phone calls on it. And then you got that other place you can go to. It's I can't remember the name of it, but it's like this little like Vegas hippie like commune out in the middle of nowhere. And it's got like art and shit all over it and people live there and everything. Oh, that's why you didn't have time. You were too busy drinking in the limo, riding in circles around the damn hotel. And you can rent supercars in Vegas if you got the money. They have rental companies that rent out supercars. You go to Vegas and rent you a Ferrari and drive around for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a limo a few times when I was in Vegas.
Fremont Street, isn't it the central business downtown?
It's like a little mini version of the strip. And they got like there's a bunch of little casinos and there's some good little attractions there, like you can zip line down Fremont Street up above
Oh, okay.
everybody. It used to be Fremont used to be kind of a bad area, but they've cleaned it up. As far as I, as far as I've heard, they've cleaned it up real well. And when I was there last, there was nothing bad about going down there. It was okay.
A lot. Sarah, around the areas, anyone is a better candidate, large available. Do you think he risks, partnership with Cal?
She has some. Maybe, I think everyone has the right to walk whatever they want. She is not.
Well, I lived in Vegas for what, two years?
Oh,
She.
No, it was about 3 years I lived there. 3 years, something like that.
so you kind of know your way around there.
For the most part, I mean, I don't know any of the new areas, but I could take you down the strip and around that area. I know that area real well. Because I only lived probably a mile off the strip. Me and my stepbrother had a condo,
Ah,
three-bedroom condo. And then and then me and my sister had an apartment for a couple years before
now,
that.
were you working out there?
Yeah, I was doing security. Security jobs are easy to get out there. They're a fucking dime a dozen. You just go to the DMV, at least back when I did it. You'd go to the DMV. They'd do a quick background check on. You'd pay a little fee and they'd give you you either get your armed or unarmed license.
Oh, Justin.
I mean, me and my stepbrother, we both had security jobs within the first 4 days we were there. There's security everywhere in Vegas. I don't give a shit if it's an empty parking lot. There's a fucking security guard in there.
The is the Circa kind of a takeoff of Circus Circus or what?
Circa huge sports, but I don't know what that is. To be honest. Oh yeah, the big overhead canopy LED display is pretty cool. Yeah, that runs down all of Fremont Street. There's a big like archway that goes all the way down it, and it's got
Oh,
lights
really?
and everything. Yeah. I mean, I'll look at it. I'll show you a picture. So this is Fremont Street here. This is the canopy that Corey was talking about. And that runs
Oh, yeah,
down,
yeah.
and that runs down the length of all the casinos. And then you can zip line. There's zip lines that you can take. You can go ride and you can zip line above everybody all the way down from one end to the other.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to go down there. There was this one casino down there that sold back when I was there. I think they were like $2 beers, and you got this big ass fucking it was like probably a 44-ounce plastic cup that was shaped like a football. And they would fill it all the way up to the top of beer and give you a straw for it. Or you can get those big ass, like oversized margaritas. They're ridiculously huge.
Raining pretty good here now.
Oh, I know, right, Corey? You're not even joking, dude. You go down the strip and they are freaking business cards all over the ground from escort services and shit. And then you'll definitely see your fair share of half naked women walking down the strip with almost nothing on.
strutting their stuff on the strip, huh?
Yeah, and I guess it's a new casino. Yeah, I don't know what casino that is. But I mean, dude, every 10 years they're tearing down one or two of those casinos and rebuilding something else. There's Vegas is a city of no history because they don't leave anything. Everything gets torn down and rebuilt constantly. I've always called it the city with no history just because of that.
Oh yeah, it's raining pretty hard. Steady, heavy rain.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Vegas in the wintertime now because the heat is just woof. You ain't kidding, man. It's hot walking down that strip there. You'll be as big as those casinos are. That's a big walk in between each casino. I know they built, when I was leaving, they were building a tram to go from like one end of the strip to the other into specific casinos. I don't know if that's still if they ever finish that or not.
We got drinks.
Okay.
Thomas? 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 Thomas?
Somebody's getting in trouble.
Only ones that are allowed to be in there are me.
Always can walk into a casino with cold AC and grab a beer. Yep, that's true. It's just a long walk in between them motherfuckers. They're big. Take up a lot of space. I didn't spend too much time down at the strip though when I lived there. But I spent a lot of time down up there when I was a teenager. Me and my friends used to go to Vegas every weekend. For like a couple years straight, we would go almost every weekend. Because we had an older friend that graduated like 2 years before us. And he had a house down there. And we used to go stay at his house all the time. He'd invite us down there to stay with him. He was a couple years older than us. And then when I was 17, I moved there with my sister. Was there for about a year and a half with her, and then she moved. I moved back to California. And then I ended up moving back there again with my stepbrother when I was 19.
Here comes Joe back again.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, my son called as soon as I got on,
Okay.
and it knocked me off. And then I keep trying to get to you on the iPad, and it won't let me do it. So I don't know. Best meal of the day is breakfast.
You had a good breakfast, but dinner wasn't so hot, or what?
They don't give you enough food first off, and the breakfast they can't screw it up because it's eggs, usually, and bacon. Everything
It
else they can
gets,
screw up.
I don't know, man. Industrial kitchens can screw up eggs when they use that powdered egg shit.
Well, at lunchtime I had chicken and sausage gumbo, and I'm here in Louisiana, right? And I get this stuff. I looked at it, looked like it come out of a can, and then I looked at it, and I think it was made. I think it was a chef from Missouri that made it. And it
Uh,
had the sausage in it. Were you get a regular hot dog, right?
uh,
And shrink it down a little bit, and I had like 3 slices that were maybe a 1/4 inch thick, cut in half in there. That was the sausage I had, and the chicken was shredded. It tasted good, but it was like it was pitiful. And the total calorie count for the whole. And I'm not on a calorie restricted diet. The whole calorie count on it was 800 calories, and that was with everything I had, including the cookies and including the potato salad and the the banana pudding, right? And they forgot the banana pudding. That was 200 calories. Yesterday they forgot the red beans and rice were good, but and they had a whole piece of sausage in it, right? They forgot the cornbread. It's like, come on, people. Today they asked me if I wanted Sprite or lemonade or something like that, and I said, "Give me a Sprite. I really don't want the tea anymore because I just don't like the tea." And I told them, I said, "Just give me a Sprite, and I'll drink water or food with the Sprite later." And she said, "Well, you could have lemonade too if you want." I said, "Yeah." She said, "I get both." She said, "You get both." On my list it says Sprite and lemonade, and I don't have lemonade.
Sprite is lemonade.
No, that's different.
It has a bit of lime in it as well, but it's still lemonade.
Yeah, but this is just lemonade, like a cranberry juice type cup.
Uh-huh.
But they left it off, So I don't know if it's the person bringing it to me that has to read it, or it's the person
Yeah,
that
out in the hallway, they put it together, don't they?
well, no, it's on a tray out in the hallway, but it's got a tag on it. But they picking it up. Shouldn't they check what's on it?
are you sure you're not on some kind of restricted diet?
I'm not on a restricted diet. She came in and told me that I'm on a non-restricted diet. What do you want? Like this morning, I had eggs, grits, sausage, biscuits with gravy, a thing of pineapple, coffee, which sucks. That was from Missouri too,
Yeah.
and orange juice. All of that came this morning. I ate all of that, and I was full. It was more than, and that was 1,100 calories. So I'm eating the way I'm looking here. I'm right at about 2,000 calories a day right now, which is about 400 more than I was eating. But I'm gonna eat them while I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
The only bright spot of the day is I'm laying here, and this girl walks in, And it's like you're laying there, it's like Joey on what you call it, like, you gotta take a look, She comes in, she goes, hey, she goes, I'm Bailey, and she goes, hey, Mr. Joe. I went, hey, Bailey. She was at Mandeville High,
Ah,
Uh-huh.
one of the dance team members. She goes, I came to push the medicine that I've got to do. She one of the nurses there. She stayed near with me about an hour talking to me. Then she says, didn't even get you anything? I said, you know what? To be honest with you, I think I got a fever. So, because I've been running a low grade temp. So she walks over here, puts her hand, checks it, She goes, yeah, you do feel high. I'll be right back. She went and got a thing, came back, checked it. She says, you're about 99.5. She goes, let me go see something. And said, it doesn't say you can have Tylenol, but I'll get you some. She goes, Dr. Tran gave you anything? Like that. And she goes, I said, do me a favor, go look in that little kitchenette y'all got, because they said they had some kind of soup. What do they usually have? What is it? She goes, yeah, they got some different soups in there. What would you like? I said, well, be honest with you, does it come from the kitchen? She goes, sometimes they have some from the kitchen. I said, well, they had that tomato bisque they had the other day up there. I love it. She goes, let me call down at the cafeteria and see. She comes back in with one of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she got me at 2 o'clock. She got me a tomato bisque soup. I checked it. I can get it at Walmart. I don't like tomato soup. I love this.
I don't like tomato soup either. I think it's disgusting.
No, it's so good. It was so good.
I know he's not talking about Southwest Missouri. He must be talking about St.
Yeah.
Louis.
Hello, I just have your.
And that's basically Illinois' McDonald's then.
Yeah, I told you. It was a guy from Missouri that made that gumbo because there was nobody from Louisiana that did.
No. No bueno, huh?
Yeah. Might have been related to Mudball.
Uh-oh. There it is.
He's coming up. And they got a guy, Donald, that we argue about where did gumbo come from. Because I'll make mine with a Zatarain base instead of doing all the roux, but then I'll add stuff in later.
Yeah.
And he says, you're not a Cajun. I said, no, I make it easy now.
That's right.
Thank you.
how's your pupper dogs doing, Joe?
Well, Brittany went over this morning, looked at them. Then I called over. I got on my, I don't, put a lot of water on me. Hold on. Then I got on my camera there because I got my camera. I could see the gate, but I can't see them.
Okay.
And Logie was balking. I found out Brittany had just left. I didn't realize it. So Logie was balking, and I heard Cleo balking, and then I could hear Cleo kind of whining. He was going like that. So the one's taking the hardest is Tina.
Yeah.
So he's gonna freak when I get home.
Now, have they given you a date for release or yet or not?
It's gonna be tomorrow sometime. Probably tomorrow evening.
Are they going to operate on you?
Eventually.
I thought it wasn't.
I mean, what they told me, the wound care said today, what she's gonna do is come in the morning, just making sure it's not Justin, it's not, they're gonna make sure it's not draining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not draining right now that they know of because they don't see it coming through the bandage. And she said what they're gonna do tomorrow is take it off, clean it, and then they'll rebandage it tomorrow. And then Friday I'll go to wound care that's down the street, have them check it and rebandage it.
Yeah.
And then Monday I'll go to wound care and have them bandage it and check it. And it'll be like every 3 days I'll go to wound care like that. Or be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Well, there you go, Joe. This
Um,
is why you like that bisque. Okay. Bisque is a smooth, creamy, highly seasoned soup of French origin, classically based on a strained broth of crustaceans.
What's up,
It can
David?
be made from lobster, langoustine, crab, shrimp, or crayfish.
There you go. That's why I like it.
I know I've been away for a while, but when did we invite Merquimby onto the panel?
Who?
You.
He's
in
in the
hospital.
hospital, David.
Yeah, nobody sounds like Mick Wimby. Yeah, I believe you're applying to be president now. You can fall upstairs.
I didn't fall upstairs. I busted my ass. They just came in and put a yellow tag on me to make sure they knew I was a fall risk.
A fall's a fall. Don't matter which way you go, you can be president now.
You think Trump's bad? Wouldn't want me president. I'd have bombed. I'd be still bombing them.
Justin, did you get that video I sent you earlier? Hey, Corey.
So,
I just want to do some breaking news here since David's on. I am the
Right,
proud
let's
owner.
catch you all later.
Okay, I'll stop. I'm the
Sorry, carry on.
proud owner of a PS1 combo.
Cool.
What's a PS1 combo?
That's the bamboo printer that's enclosed with the 4 things.
Oh,
Hey, Brenda, I'm okay.
It was on sale today for $6.99 instead of $9.49. So the
Oh,
total
yeah,
price
that's funny.
was $7.70. I was gonna buy the other one, the one that was 8 something, but I just I'd rather do it the other way. If I like this one that bad, when I decide to get another one, if I want to get something more, I'll get a better one later. And I'm gonna sell a Anchor Maker. I figure I get about $250 to $300 for it.
I'll give you $5,
Uh,
but you got to pay postage and tariffs.
I'm thinking I could, because it really works good and everything. And I've got some replacement parts for that. I think if I put it out there, I can get it about 300, 250.
You get to, yeah, I'd say 300, 350 with your spare parts.
Yeah. And it works good. So
Hey, David, do you know what plane that was?
No, it just seems strange that every time we go to that pet crematorium, we seem to have a weird plane fly over the top of us.
might be an airport there.
There isn't. It's the nearest airport's either Southend or I think there might be a military one towards Colchester.
It's coming up to Armed Forces Day.
I think it's something UTS
this
flying it.
weekend.
well, I can give you an update on my son Justin on his first day.
oh yeah, he
How'd he
worked
do?
today, right?
Yeah, he just got off. That's what he called me as he was getting off. He started work at 8 and got off 8 this morning his time. No, 8 my time. He said working at. So it was 8 his time, and he just got off. So
Eight
they
to
got
five.
they got to wear a suit. It depends on how long the job's going to take. They got to
Hey,
wear a special suit over their clothes. And
Yeah.
he was in an attic that was kind of tight. He said it was hot as F up there, but he was fine until he turned around and he hit his head on a 2x4.
Oh,
He said he had to sit down. He hit it so hard. He said, I ain't been hit that hard since football.
Hip-hop.
He said, but him and the guy got along, and the guy he was working with was one of the guys that does the spraying. And he says, dude, you need to get the spraying stuff and just work here as long as you can. He said, I know that you want to be a cop, but you could make a hell of a lot more money here. He said, I made 100,000 last year. Like that. And he said, a cop over here is going, what they're going to make? He said, about 45. He says, think about it. He says, and Justin told him, he said, yeah, but every day when I woke up as a cop, I was happy and I didn't care about it. Wasn't going to work. I was a cop, you know? So,
Well, it's the thing is though, is being a cop, being in the military, being a first responder is not about the money.
not
Yeah,
about the money.
It's
huh?
about the passion of wanting to do it.
that's right.
And some people just enjoy
Money helps,
doing that
though.
job. Oh no, but I'm saying is it's when the thing is like being a cop, you're in danger all the time being a cop. And so you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because that's what you want to do. That's just
Right.
some people have a
To be
natural
honest, you
passion
live in
for
the
that.
US, every day's a danger, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
you got
much.
guns.
Some areas. Like New York City, LA, and a crime.
What's up, Tim?
Yeah, I can't see the chat. Hey, Tim. Somebody don't have a chat either.
According to Lance this morning, Oklahoma as well.
What did you think of that video, Justin?
Yeah, I've heard the song before. That was funny.
Yeah, they actually released it for Iraq, and now they've changed it to Iran.
Yeah,
Bomb, 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 Iran.
yeah, so
Yeah, Art was singing that last night, apparently.
The
Oh,
only thing that's missing off that video is the planes with faces. You
I
know that
thought it
guy
was
that
good.
does the faces on everything.
Oh yeah.
didn't Uncle Bill get mad when he sang it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. He said people are dying and you're singing that song.
Lloyd's, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
I got a T-shirt, which I think is still in a drawer upstairs somewhere, during the last crisis, and it was a picture of a spider with Saddam Hussein's face and a boot coming down on it, and it said Iraq no phobia.
I've got a question though. What was that got to do with the last
Oh.
crisis? Because there's been like 9 billion crises since the Iraq War.
Yeah, well, the Iraq, the last crisis.
Constant crisis.
Well, that's funny though.
Oh, and I am going to officially do something that you guys have never heard before.
What?
Are you ready? I fully agree with Donald Trump. Iran and Israel, pack it the beep in.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was hilarious, dude. He's like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I was like, oh shit. And then he just walks the fuck off after he says it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped the mic, didn't
Yeah, he did. That was a mic drop right there.
he? He pissed.
Told Kate about it, and we listened to it this afternoon.
It was better with
Have you
the
got a
unedited
McDonald's
version.
sauce pot?
Do I?
What?
Captain Joe.
What you
You've
got?
got a McDonald's sauce pot.
Look at them claws is damn sharp. Stop doing that.
What's that?
That little pot you get your pills in.
Okay.
Yeah. Now look at it again and look at the sauce pot that you get in McDonald's, where you have to get your own individual sauce and press them buttons. It's the same pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you know if you pull the edges, you can fit more in them?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're
You can
actually
stretch
made
them
to be
fit more in.
flattened. Yeah, they're actually made to be flattened down like a little plate.
Yeah.
Now I got a cup of red grapes, got a chocolate chip cookie, a peanut butter cookie, and 3 things of graham crackers. Two Sprites. What else? Yeah, that's it. What I got left over. That's just up here for emergency.
What are you just hoarding the fucking food?
Yeah, I'm just taking the stuff and leaving it there in case I want something later.
How long you in for?
Probably tomorrow.
They don't know. He's got to come back though, doesn't he, Joe?
No, I'll be going to wound care over at a different place.
That didn't sound good though that you had a fever earlier. That's usually the sign of a bad
Infection.
infection.
Well, that's why they're doing that. That's why I'm not leaving, because they got to push one more antibiotic, which would be in 8 hours. They just pushed it. It'll be about 9 o'clock tonight, so they could technically release me after 9 o'clock tonight.
So they're there to make you better, and Captain Joel's there thinking it's a hotel room and collecting all the fucking goodies. Fucking stacking.
Exactly.
Come on.
Well, if you notice, I got my T-shirt on. I had enough of that gown. Took my gown off and put my short pants on, and I'm sitting here.
Is that the gown that shows your ass?
That's the one that says I know what you did for a Klondike bar. Call me.
Yeah, and they're stealing all the free soaps and shit in the bathroom.
Yeah, they didn't have a toothbrush in here like they usually do.
Oh, dude, when you go in the hospital here, they bring you this whole welcome packet.
You don't
Yeah, they
know.
don't
And
have that
it's
anymore
got
here.
deodorant,
You
it's
don't
got
there.
baby wipes, it's got
You think you could dig your way out of that wall?
toothbrush, toothpaste. It's got
Yeah,
like
you probably
everything in
could
it.
as well. No, pack it in.
Yeah, I had to get Brittany to bring me stuff I needed.
Yeah, you don't have to bring anything with you. They give you all your stuff you need.
Uh-oh, here's Donald.
Oh Lord,
Hey, coming in after that fucking crazy statement Joe made earlier.
Yeah.
it's true. Had a better rice with shredded chicken on there and 3 pieces of mini sausage that were like a hot dog sliced thin and cut in half.
Hey, there he goes, talking about food again, Donald.
It had to be that guy from Missouri that made it. That wasn't Louisiana gumbo.
There it
Yeah.
is. He's like, I had to go outside for this so the wife didn't hear me ream into him.
No, I'm just trying to. I was gonna tell David that Joe didn't have a gown that showed his ass. His mouth shows his ass.
Yeah, but I could back my ass up too.
Back your ass up and stop talking about instant. Oh, hold on a second.
I don't know if you could back your ass up because you did fall the other day.
Yeah, I knew y'all. When I said that, I knew somebody was gonna say, "Hey, back your ass up and fall."
Okay. Ooh.
You know, the only
No.
thing I don't like about all of this is that you got to see how they're gonna bandage the leg because it's gonna be hard as hell to take a shower. I'm gonna have to find a way to cover it and everything else.
They'll give you, or you can get it's like a polythene boot with an elasticated.
You're gonna
circle.
get a leg condom.
Yeah,
That's
you,
good. They can give me one.
you just put your foot.
I already got something like that. That's the size I need.
Yeah, because I've got one. Well, I've got 2. I've got one that just does the foot because I've got to use that at the moment, and I've got one that comes all the way up past your knee.
Yeah.
Which knee? Your left knee, your right knee, or your weenie?
He uses 2 because it's his thigh boots.
Fucking killing me.
So as long as I can walk on it, I'm good. You know.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna go
Step
catch
by,
a
'cause-
ship. I'm gonna go catch a ship, guys. I'll be back.
Okay.
Paul
It's what I
putting on a
do.
jacket. Is it cold up there?
Raining, or it was.
It was raining. Now the sun's out.
Out and getting some basil. I'm gonna fix some bruschetta tonight with some fresh basil or basil, as you guys are gonna correct me in half a second.
Yeah, we have to call it Basil because I live in Basildon.
And you can call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it basil because I'm from Missouri. And
Well,
anyway,
actually-
I'm gonna use that and some fresh cherry tomatoes from my garden. Yeah.
Well, Faulty Towers wouldn't have been the same if Prunella Scales had started calling him Basil.
No, it wouldn't have, would it?
No.
Yeah. Also, our local council employed an American company to do their automated system, and it used to say, it used to ring up, it used to go, "Thank you for ringing Basildon Council."
Mm.
Basil.
Yeah.
Cool.
There was something Justin said earlier, and I can't think what the word was now.
Justin said it.
Yeah, and he said it wrong. Oh,
You said it wrong,
leisure.
or you just
He
say it
said
with
it.
American
Yeah, instead of leisure, he
dialect.
said leisure
Leisure? When did I say leisure?
earlier on.
Yeah.
I don't remember saying that.
Well, I would argue that the game was called Leisure Suit Larry, not Leisure Suit Larry.
It's leisure.
Yep, it's a dialect.
It is. But I wanted to correct Justin, so
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm
he's had
gonna
a
be
few
able to.
days of getting away with shit, so
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat dinner tonight, man. My fucking stomach is hurt so bad.
Why is that?
I don't know. Got queasy this afternoon and threw up, and then
You know,
It's
if you're gonna try to set one of those porn records, you're not supposed to swallow. You're supposed to spit.
it's supposed to add protein though.
too much protein's
Oh,
bad
nice.
for you.
Good job.
So New York City got Cuomo going back for office, right? That just got out of office during COVID. And then they got a guy that's leading the other side that's going to be probably against him. That is a Democratic socialist, but technically he's a socialist. So what the F is wrong with New York City?
Do you really need to ask that question?
Ridiculous.
It's New York.
It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, you're just gonna hurt yourself trying to think of that. Think about that. Don't forget the feta, Don, Jim says. Toast bread and frying pan butter.
Hold on, let me read. But
You can't toast bread in a frying pan.
sure you can.
Yeah, you can. That's how you make grilled cheese.
You can fry it.
If you add oil, you don't have to add oil.
No, you use
Cheese.
Don't add oil. You're cooking with dry heat. If you just throw bread in the pan, you can still toast bread in the pan.
Yeah, but if you're using cheese, then you're frying it in the fat in the cheese.
using
Okay, so now you're
mayonnaise.
saying if.
Yeah, but
Man.
Justin said
That means you can't fry eggs in a frying pan if you just cook it in water. I don't know. You're throwing in conditions to make your assertion correct.
Oh, don't make me laugh. It hurts.
that's a poached egg though in water.
Right. You can't fry an egg in a frying pan.
And if you
If
do grilled
you throw
cheese,
water into
mayonnaise
it.
only. You got to use mayonnaise if you do a grilled cheese, not butter.
Technically, you can't poach an egg.
Gotta try it.
You can.
Because eggs are really, really eggs are really, really bad to hunt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We hunt them every Easter.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder. I couldn't find chat because I was in YouTube Studio.
That sounds bad.
That was just something caught in my throat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna order Subway downstairs. See if they bring it upstairs.
Our hospitals let you order takeouts.
Yeah, but we got a
Yeah.
Subway right downstairs, and I got to order it on my app on my phone. Yeah, I just got to get them to get it up here. Wonder if they do that. Or I can tell my
Okay.
daughter when you come over before a certain time and stop and get me a Subway. You know. Well, I'm not gonna eat. I ate enough today. I got something to pick on. I'll pick on them grapefruit.
Tim said, clip that.
But a meatball, actually, the Italian sub would be better.
Yeah, I want to get it, but I won't have the money till next week, Brandy. So I can't get it unless
Who,
that's
who's that?
still.
Who?
Randy's telling me to get the A1 Mini now because of the big
How,
sale, but
well, how can you see the chat with this stupid ass thing?
just close, minimize Zoom and pull open YouTube. That's how,
Oh.
Mark does it.
Yes, I do it.
Just swipe up and minimize it. It should go to a little box.
Oh, I see
Pull up
it.
YouTube and pause the stream on YouTube.
I see it.
I see it. I see it. There it is.
Yeah, if they're doing the sale next week, I definitely want to get it, Randy, but I won't get paid till next week. So
But I gotta stop the sound on this.
That's so good.
yeah, just pause it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just pause YouTube.
And live chat still works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll still
Oh yeah,
work.
that's all right. So right now I see Jonathan Jackson.
It's the Bamboo A1 Mini, Tim.
Hi, Jonathan. Tim.
Hey, Mad Props. I am a proud owner of an A1S combo. I'm waiting for him to tell me when it's going to ship.
Is it a P1S?
It might be P1S, whatever that is. Whatever, it's something else combo. It's a closing in one. The $6.99 one. I was gonna get even though it wasn't that much difference. I just didn't want to spend that much more money. I really technically did not buy the one I got.
With a high of 69.
Yeah, P1S.
And a low of 61 degrees.
It's a P1S combo. I was gonna get the Pro thing for $8.99.
Hello, Jim.
But that's why I didn't buy the other one because it was $8.99 at first. And I really didn't want to spend that much. I wanted to try to keep it about $700. So that worked for what I want. Yeah, Tim said he's never heard of 3D printing, right? I think I'm gonna love the AMS. I almost got the one for $479. I just don't want the four things sticking to the side or on the top because I have a certain amount of room there. My walls got freaking pictures all over it, so I'm still gonna have to rearrange a
Now
picture.
you should remember, Tim. 3D printers are really expensive cat toys.
Mm-hmm. They're really
Especially when
great
you
for
don't,
cats.
especially when you print your vases completely solid instead of hollow.
Hey, Mark, the P1S is down to 379 over here.
Yeah, I'm defending Tim on this.
Yeah, but that's without the AMS.
Tim made it solid, but it wasn't wide enough at the top where he couldn't get his hand around and bust the shit out somebody. You know, he was
Dude, I'm
just
telling you,
run in.
I'd have just took a whole big ass hole saw drill or a bit and just right through the middle of it.
Hey, Sunstore, Jim, Jonathan, who else? Let me go through it. Corey, way back. I was actually going to show y'all a picture of that nurse. But she stood here and I said, I got to take a picture of it. Took a picture of it.
Which
and
one?
I said, I got to compare you to when I took them before. Like that.
Ah.
And she stood there and smiled while I took a picture. I was going to show it to y'all, but I ain't showing y'all shit.
Okay.
Hold on. Did you end up buying that printer, Joe?
Yeah, I bought it today.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't know you bought it. I know you were looking at it this morning.
Yeah, when it went to $6.99, I said, yeah, I'll take it like that.
Yeah, you might as well, because
like I said, I'm gonna get when I get back and get settled, I'm gonna take the M5 and I'm gonna get everything off of it, and I'm gonna take a couple pictures of it, and I'm gonna stick it out there for $350. See if somebody comes back and says, I'll give you 300. I'll say, yeah, take it. You know, because I got extra parts for it and everything. I just put the new heat head in it. So I'll give them the whole new setup, you know. They got all the new belts, everything.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell them that I got about $100 worth of accessories that go with it for $350. So that ain't bad. I think I'll
My,
get 300.
my
So
friend
what
who
is
came
that?
over the other day left an extra bacon wrapped filet mignon in my fridge.
Oh Lord, you need to wait till you buy yourself.
Mm.
That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude he bought like 8 of them.
Was it the guy you went on vacation with?
No,
Oh,
this is a friend of mine that built the train for me.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And he came over to celebrate his birthday, and he celebrated his birthday by buying steak for everybody.
Hey Donald, I didn't know you had more than one friend.
Well,
You're more friends with his wife than Donald.
from my pleasant attitude, you should assume I've got tons of good friends.
Yeah, I know. That attitude.
And
Yeah.
with with that being said, David's right. They like everybody likes my wife more than they like me. I go through most of my life wondering if it wasn't for my wife, if I would be invited.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Once you get married, you get invited to all sorts of things. Maybe they all think you're swingers.
Oh,
I ain't had
Justin,
that luck yet.
Justin, the
What?
other thing is my son is going to be driving the truck on Friday, right? With the
Uh-huh.
trailer. He's never drove a truck with a trailer. He's drove fire trucks, but he's never drove a truck with a trailer. So they said Thursday when they come back, they're going to have him out in the parking lot practicing backing it up. You know?
Or back
Well,
in
how big?
horrible.
Well, the
Is
biggest
it
one they
a?
got is a 20-foot trailer.
Yeah, but it all depends really on backing up is how many axles it is, because
Yeah.
that's
If it's
Yeah.
double,
that's
it's easier than a single axle.
Yeah. So he has a general idea, and he says, and he don't go by himself anyway. There's always a spotter, you know. I said, yeah, you make sure your spotter gets out there, and you make sure you're standing by a mailbox.
And you go slow and you turn in the opposite direction to where
Yeah.
you toilet go.
Yeah, he knows that concept and everything like that. And I don't think he have a problem. 'Cause like I said, he drove a fire truck. They got one road over here, Three Rivers Road, that you could barely get 2 cars on it, right? And they had cars coming the other way, and he had a fire truck going back that way. And I don't know how he fit between those cars like that. And he said he was going like 65 back on that road, and
oh,
always
dude.
big ditches on each side.
I can back the shit out of just about any trailer you give me.
Also, I don't know if you
I-
guys can see that.
Huh.
I fermented some tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes before I left.
Well, that looks good.
What do you
So
do?
what,
Put
you,
salt.
You what?
You put them in salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How else would I ferment them?
How else would you ferment them? Yeast,
um,
sugar.
Well, that's a good way to start the wrong type of bacteria. You put them in salt. Yeast is already existing on the tomatoes. That's basically what ferments them is the yeast and the lactobacillus bacteria that occurs naturally on the tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
what are you fermenting them for?
I'm going to put these in my bruschetta.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't had bruschetta in a long time. There was a restaurant I used to go to in North Carolina that would bring bruschetta to the table before your meal would come to you.
Yeah.
They come out so,
Really good.
oh, they got just a little bit of funk to them, but also good.
Did you just let them sit out, or did you put them in the fridge or something?
I put them in the fridge after they were fermented, after I got back, but they sit out on the counter for about a week.
Nothing quite that big, Randy, but I've done like fifth wheel trailers, all that. Like my dad had like, I'm not even kidding, probably 20, 30 different types of trailers, from double axle car trailers to single axle car trailers. Like we had everything.
Yeah,
And
my
once when He was 13. His dad let him run a train.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
My ex used to do that with chilies and lemon
Mm-hmm.
with salt. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done.
I got peppers starting, and I'll be doing peppers later this fall once they get all harvested. They've started fruiting right now. What were you gonna say, Justin? Sorry.
Oh, I was just. But I said I'd back the shit out of any trailer. No,
Talking,
I was driving the big tow trucks around my dad's yards and stuff when I was like 10, 12 years old.
talking trailers, did you find that one for Beekeeper 2?
Oh, no, I forgot about that. Let me go look and see. I forgot you mentioned about this.
Oh, those are splashy.
I don't know if it's real, Mark, because all these trailers, you can clearly tell they're putting AI in them. And it's a bunch of random ass, like Indian channels and shit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the videos of the Iranian army they were putting out the other day.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of AI shit.
Mm. I saw it on Facebook, and the guy did a big description of the story.
Oh, dang it! I was at the store today and I needed to get a new strainer.
Nah, I've never backed up an 18-wheel trailer, like a 53 footer. My dad's fifth wheel, I think, was 40 foot.
Probably 45.
It's somewhere between there. I mean, I backed that one up plenty of
Get back
times.
to 45 up when I used to work at Sire.
Yeah, I used to back that up all the time in the yard. We had a big car cover it would go underneath.
Fifth wheel, they're easier to do than A-frame trailers.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you could, because you have a lot more room from jackknifing it as well.
The hardest part of me standing up
Make wider turns.
is I got to work my foot,
Oh, you
get my
twat.
ankle to release before I can stand. Because when I have it up, it fills up with fluid. Because they got it wrapped, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Once I start moving it where I can move it and it doesn't hurt, I can stand up fine.
Yeah, we had a big old travel trailer, a fifth wheel travel trailer. We had a couple toy haulers. Like I said, a bunch of different types of car trailers. We even have two trailers that were made out of old Datsun pickup truck beds. On the Datsuns. Little single axle trailers. We used to use them for dump hauling. They were used as like dumpsters. Then we take it to the dump once a month or once every couple weeks and dump it. Oh yeah. I could get it down, Randy, if I practice.
I suck at backing trailers.
It does take some practice.
I've heard that if you practice with a short like lawnmower trailer, if you can back a lawnmower trailer, you can back any trailer.
Oh, you're talking about like one that like a little ride-on would go on?
No, like a little short, like a short trailer for hauling a lawnmower. Say if you're backing a short trailer means that you don't have that big of a turning radius on the trailer, so it's a lot more picky.
Yeah,
It's not
so
as forgiving.
like a 4 foot by 3 foot.
Yeah.
That if you can learn how to back one of those, you can back long ones, no problem. That's what I've heard. Like I said, I suck at backing trailers.
I've got a 4 foot by 3 foot, and then I've got an 8 foot by 4 foot, which was a horse box twin axle trailer. The top of it's been taken off, but it's still got
Well,
the
I'm sorry, but you can't see
tailgate.
shit. You shouldn't be backing any trailer.
Yeah, Mark, why do you have all these trailers and RVs and shit? And you can't use any of them. And how do you even have a big enough yard for all that? Aren't you guys' yards like super tiny in England?
My
They're not
back,
called yards, they're called gardens.
my back garden is massive.
That's what she said.
It's also got a double garage in it and a driveway.
His idea of massive Donald in the UK is 20 by 20.
Not quite.
Can you set up a set of cornhole boards in it? Is it big enough to do that?
It's 60 foot from the house to the back fence. Then it's another 60 foot across to another fence. Then it's
I'm here.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent size for the UK.
garage and another 3 fence panels.
Okay.
They're about 40, 50 feet to the,
Why don't you sell all that shit if you're not using it?
because it's like diagonal, it's like a diamond shape. I think coming back to the house, then it's another 11 fence panels, so that'd be 66 foot. It's massive. Next to my garage, I've got a 55 foot tall willow tree. Then I've got a full grown cherry tree. I've got 2 apple trees, 2 plum trees, and 2 pear trees.
Ooh, plums are so good.
Uh-huh.
Plums and cherries, dude. I'd be having a field day in your backyard.
You should have said 2 plum trees and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Actually, there's 3 apple trees, come to think of it, but one of them doesn't have any apples on it, hasn't had for ages. Needs to be cut down and taken out.
Nah, the 2 I'd be hitting up is a plum and the cherry tree.
Yeah. Or the plum gets hundreds of hundreds of plums on it.
Dominic.
Good evening,
Hello.
all. I've got an announcement to make. I got myself the Mike Mini.
Hey,
All
that
right.
was fun.
It was on your recommendation, Donald, that I picked that one
Good.
because I got an email from D1, the D1 store, which is our authorized DJI store, and it was $50 off. So I went bugger it and just walked there because I was, 5 minutes away, and said, "Can I have one of these?" And they said, "Yep, I got it."
Have you popped it open yet, or is that was closed?
No, I have popped it open.
Mhm.
Just haven't had time. I've charged it, but haven't had time to set it up yet. So
Now, did you get the do you have an iPhone?
yes, I do.
Did you get the adapter for the iPhone, or is yours the USB-C iPhone? The older iPhone.
No, mine is the Apple one, but I've got so many other USB-C
He's got lightning.
products that I'll just work with that.
Okay.
Well, you do a
even
USB-C
still,
to lightning adapter.
yeah. I went ahead and spent the extra and got a lightning adapter as well. But you can still use it for just Bluetooth.
Yeah. That's what I was.
You don't get quite as good a quality as you do when you're hardjacking it in. But any of your cameras that have the ability to connect to a Bluetooth microphone, that's something I found out on that 360 camera the other day. It has the access, or it has the ability to connect to the mic minis.
Now, do those have like an app where you can like adjust everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to go to the Mimo app if you want to do any adjustments, but
that's what I was thinking.
Does it have good noise cancellation? Because that might work good for you when you're streaming from in the restaurants and stuff down there.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I believe it has two levels of noise cancellation. It's got mild and aggressive. But even still, if you're using it, it's a lav mic. It's going to kind of keep you localized anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's good for that is he'll actually get some use out of that when he's on people's streams and he's in the restaurants.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, because he always has a lot of background noise when he goes to one place.
That's why I stay home occasionally.
So, Dominic, what you want to do, read the instructions and get used to pulling them out and going through the different pairing modes.
Yeah. I'll be doing that this afternoon. So I haven't had a chance. I didn't get a chance to use it last night because when I got home, there was a couple of things I had to attend to, and then this morning there was a couple of things I had to attend to. So it's going to be probably 24 hours after.
When I get a new toy, that's the only thing I attend to.
But if
everything else could wait.
if you had the option to use the receiver in there, you get a little bit better audio quality. But for just most uses, because you're gonna be close enough anyway, Bluetooth should be fine if you're gonna be connecting directly to.
Yep.
Well, if he's connecting to his MacBook Pro, which he takes with him, I think normally, didn't it? That's
I do. Yep.
That's MacBook Pro. You can connect Bluetooth, no problem.
Yep. I'll be working that out during the day.
Yeah, but you've got a C-type connector on it.
Yeah, I've got two C types on there as well. And I've also got I've got an Action 2 as well.
And if you were to be using your laptop and walking away from it a ways, or if you have like too many things on your Bluetooth and you got some Bluetooth conflicts going on, then I would go to that receiver. But other than that, you've seen me use it down there with the desktop on different streams. I just pop it up, put it into Bluetooth pairing mode, and just connects right up to the computer through Bluetooth, and sounds okay. But cool. Always fun to get a new toy, huh?
Hopefully you get some use. Definitely get some use out of it. I know a lot of people have bought those and don't ever use them. The one person I know that uses his a lot is Jason. He actually has gotten a lot of use out of his.
Okay, I got a message from Lance. He said, what is the flight pause button to cancel return to home with the Avata 2? That's the orange button, isn't it?
That usually the same button as the return to home.
It's the orange button.
Yeah,
it is.
I know. Yeah, on the regular drones, you just press the same button again, the return to home button again.
But yeah, I think
tell them it's a forward stick.
Is the orange button. It pauses any flight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tell him he has to put both joysticks inwards at the same time and hold them for about 10 seconds.
Tell him to cancel return to home, you hit the power button.
Yeah.
Hit the power button to cancel return to home.
Yeah, he asked me the
Long
question
press
2
and a
hours
short
ago.
press. Wait, he did return to home 2 hours ago?
No, 2 hours ago he was flying, and he asked me the question.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, if he had returned to home a couple hours ago, I'd give up because that sucker's gone.
That's a good battery life.
He's gonna be on here later. Fucking Joe never messaged me back. I lost the drone.
Well, what is he? He's 8. Is he 8 hours or 6 hours behind?
He's 3 hours behind us on the East Coast, so he'd be
He's in
8
Hawaii,
hours.
extra 3 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot he was in Hawaii. Yeah.
Who's in Hawaii?
Lance.
He went on
Oh.
vacation a couple days after he got out of school.
I thought he was going next week.
Well, he left 2 days after he got out of school.
Okay. I was mistaken.
He did the same thing last year. As soon as they get out, they leave Sunday.
I'm not sure whether Hawaii's 3 hours or 5 hours behind him.
I think it's 5 behind me.
Well, that'd be 4 behind him, wouldn't it?
Actually, it might be 6. Because this morning when Paul came on, it was 8 o'clock. He said it was 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Echo, what time is it in Hawaii?
In Hawaii.
12:40 p.m. there. 6:40 here.
5:40 p.m.
About 5 hours.
It doesn't matter what time it is in Hawaii. Any place that uses the same word for hello and goodbye doesn't really keep good time.
You got a
Well,
point.
Italy,
Aladdin.
Aloha.
Italy does as well. Ciao.
Did
Ciao.
you ever,
Ciao means pretty much anything you want it to mean in Italian.
Donald? Did you ever watch the movie The Dictator?
No.
Oh
Ciao.
God, dude, you gotta watch
That's Sacha
that.
Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't much care for him.
Charlie Chaplin.
He was okay in no, that would be the Great Dictator.
No,
I never wanted this. I'm probably the only other person on this panel who has watched The Great Dictator.
No, I watched it.
I said the only other person.
Yeah.
I've definitely not watched it.
Oh, I forgot David's on here.
all right, here you go. Watch it. Listen to this.
Well, you guys have to watch Chaplin movies because
Yeah, they're on all the time.
he's Britain's only claim to fame.
So you were talking about a word meaning 2 different things. This was from the movie.
Often described as ignorant, he changed over 300 Wadian words to Aladdin, including the words positive and negative, causing mass confusion.
Do you want the Aladdin news or the Aladdin news?
The Aladdin news?
You are HIV Aladdin?
He didn't know what it was. You don't know if he's positive or negative.
Oh, God. I phoned the DWP, Department for Works and Pensions, up this afternoon. And it gives you this, listen to the 9 options before you pick which one you want to do. And then it went through them all, and then it goes, if your doctor has given you less than 12 months to live, press 8. I thought, oh, wonderful.
Well, forget the fact that it took you 8 months to get to that fucking option.
Yeah.
What was the name of that actor you said you thought it was, Donald?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he was okay in No.
About
Bruno?
Borat?
Well,
Borat,
no.
Bruno.
I don't like Borat or Bruno. I don't like the semi-scripted reality stuff. The Demon Barber of
The
Fleet Street.
Dictator? Was it The Dictator he was in as well?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one
that's
I
what he
just
was
showed.
talking about.
Yeah. Dictator was funny.
Why can I not think of who the Demon Barber of Fleet Street was?
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd, jeez.
Yeah.
I could not think of Sweeney Todd. It would not come out of my head. I can
No,
remember the Barber of Fleet Street. He was okay in that. Talladega Nights.
Are you sure
He
it
was
was
okay.
Jonathan?
Fleet Street's where all the newspapers are?
Wasn't that the subtitle of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street?
It was the Demon Barber of somewhere, but I'm not sure it was Fleet Street.
All right, somebody has to look that up. I got my hands in the middle of tomatoes.
It might be, but it don't sound right.
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
All right, okay.
2007 film.
Randy, I watched that on a website that's not exactly legal.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mhm.
Alan Rickman, Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, he had a good song that to shave it ahead.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And the
To cut the hair, to shave it the face.
yeah, and then cut the throat, press the button, and the barber's chair falls backwards, and they go down into the kitchens below to become pork pies.
I saw today, talking about mass murderers, there was a serial killer, a female serial killer named Doss. She was, they caught her, she was like 50 some odd years old when they caught her.
Any relation?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. It was in America, and supposedly, what I've been told all my life is that there's only been records of 4 brothers immigrating to America by the name of Doss. So there would be some relation if that's the case.
Yeah.
Randy, when you go to that website, you click a movie, it's going to take you to an ad. You just have to back out a couple times, and eventually it'll let you click on it.
Oh, are you going to Rhino movies?
No.
Different one?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
This one's Vumoo. VUMOO.
Oh.
They got all the new movies out. Some of them are cam versions, but those are the ones that are still in the theaters. Don't watch those ones. Those are shitty. But it will tell you HD or cam on each one, so you know which it is. And then they'll update it once they get a digital copy.
That's great. What were you saying, Mark?
You're going to have to start doing some digging around in Ancestry.com.
Yeah. I wonder how many people do that.
Thanks, Randy.
Find out. Well, I guess there's some people who find out they're related to serial killers because they did a DNA test.
I know my cousin Margaret's done our family tree on my dad's side, and some of the tree on my mum's side as well.
Concerning in itself, because we don't really know anything about those people. They're considered special interest aliens. They're supposed to get additional vetting. The number that really worries, like Border Patrol.
What are we listening to here?
Yeah, what are we listening to? Sounds fascinating.
That's Joe.
Joe?
Something extremely fast.
Joe, if you're bored and you're watching news.
The only thing you can do in hospital.
Flip it over to Gilligan's Island.
Oh, dude, I hate them remote controls they give you in the hospital. The one directional ones are horrible.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you have a choice, if you have a choice when you're in the hospital, if you have a choice between watching the news or watching Gilligan's Island, I would always choose Gilligan's Island because it's less repetitive.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I'd agree with that.
Probably more factual.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the one hospital in Lakeland, their remotes are one directional, and if you pass the fucking channel, you got to go through all the other ones
Yeah,
to get back to
yeah.
it. So annoying.
When you said One Directional, I thought just played music videos from One Direction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would put me in a nut house.
Yeah, but weren't One Direction a dance group?
No, that was a music group over here. I don't know if there was a dance.
I mean, they also did like dance moves with their music. But
Yeah, I thought there was
they were
about.
ostensibly, oh my God, they were supposed to be a music group.
All right.
Ostensibly.
Met One Direction many a time.
Yep.
In fact, we met Liam Payne before he was
Yep.
famous.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I couldn't even name a One Direction song off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
So any trash talking I'm doing is just out of my own ass. How many tomatoes do I want to do?
All of them.
Well, I'm trying to decide. My wife is going to be, she'll be home late, but I don't know if my son will be home. But it'll be good on, heck, I've got biscuits over there. It'd be good on that too. Doesn't have to be on the Italian bread, but go ahead and cut that up and I make it extra.
Now, which Italian bread, though?
Sort of like a ciabatta or
Yeah,
pasta dura.
ciabatta's nice. Olive oil bread.
Mm.
Or olive bread, yeah.
I always like, for me, it's a pasta dura, the very thick crust one.
Yeah, that's good.
See, we like the it's Italian. We call it Italian bread, but it's actually Wonder Bread with garlic, salt sprinkled on it.
Oh, nice.
He's messing with you.
Yeah, I know that. I was playing along with it.
Garlic's more a French thing anyway, isn't it?
Oh,
You don't put garlic on your bruschetta?
I don't have
I
bruschetta.
do.
On your on your bread for your
Garlic butter, garlic bread.
I put,
Everything's better with garlic bread.
put garlic and paste in curries.
No, that's fine.
See, first thing I'm gonna do when I go to the grocery, I'm gonna get some tomatoes and cucumbers and
I don't have any cucumber.
some artichoke hearts.
I was gonna dice up a cucumber in
And I'm
this
gonna make
too.
me a salad.
But I can't find. I don't think I have any cucumbers.
I have no idea, Tim.
Check the bedroom.
Cucumbers, tomatoes, onions. See, Italian, Artichoke hearts, like an
haven't-
Italian dressing type, or I'll just
I'm
make
out.
it myself.
Yeah, I haven't had artichoke in forever.
Mm.
Yeah, and then so I'm gonna mix that joker up. Just sit there and just get everybody to it.
I'm not even sure that I've ever
I
had
can't
that.
find any cucumbers.
Artichoke is some
I was
work.
gonna make
though.
bruschetta. I can't find cucumbers.
You guys sit there and scrape each leaf in your mouth.
Yeah.
No, go buy what you call artichoke hearts in the can. That's all I'm
Yeah.
about to worry about.
That's okay.
There we go with the canned shit again, Donald.
I'm getting the hearts, so I don't need artichokes to cut them out or cook them or anything. They'll be done, pickled, and everything.
I might throw a few green olives in there as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm gonna get an olive salad and throw it up in there too.
I did something with my green olives the other day that I'm waiting a few days before I'm going to try them. I had some pickled jalapeno slices.
Yay.
I put the green olives in with the jalapenos in the pickle juice to see if it gave them a bit of heat.
And
I don't know. I haven't tried them yet.
do you guys do muffaladas? Ever hear of muffalata?
Muffalata.
Yep.
Isn't muffalata Spanish for gay?
I do like my green olives stuffed with red chilies.
Yeah, Corey, they put the water bending back in. Oh, it's gonna fuck people up.
Oh, I lied to you guys the other day. The watermelon that the gal bought on the way home was not 50 pounds. It was 40 pounds.
Oh, no.
It doesn't make a difference.
Pretty full.
It's still friggin' huge.
So when you say the olives in there, it made me change my whole perspective. I'm gonna get me some noodles, some of those little twisted noodles,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna take the olive salad, the Italian olive salad, artichoke hearts, mix that all up in there, and I might chop in some pepperoni. Make a nice little salad like that instead.
Well, I pulled out the green olives and I ate a couple and I thought, no, I better not, because my wife doesn't like green olives. So,
Yeah, so your average watermelon weighs about 15 to 20 pounds. So yeah, that's a big ass watermelon. You can
yeah,
afford
I
it.
just wanted to let you guys know that I had exaggerated the size of this thing.
Well,
I've been
not
feeling
the first
guilty
thing.
about it.
A lot of guys do that.
Not the first thing.
Yeah, but unlike a lot of guys doing that, I was feeling guilty.
He went to his wife. Yeah, about that 12 inches.
Yeah.
Are you sure about those 12 inches?
Are you sure you're not a fisherman?
I guess I got good
Sorry.
motion, I guess.
And
I am so glad, Justin, that you got the reference.
Oh,
I was ignoring it.
Oh, dude, me and Sarah reference that movie all the time, dude. It's one of our favorite movies to watch.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I know. That's one
a
that they
hot-
could never remake.
There are a lot of movies they could never remake.
I think they could make it in Ralph Macchio. I think it'd be great to have Joe Pesci, because he's old now and he's probably not up too much, but have something happen in a retirement home that he's in. And his nephew, the lawyer now, has to come and defend him.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then you have a romantic thing with him and his current girlfriend, whoever says, no, I have to go help my cousin Vinny.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That'd be an intelligent way to make a sequel to that.
Mm,
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, they would definitely need some of the original people for sure.
I need to work in Hollywood.
Or they could change. They could make the name like instead of Vinny, make it like Benny or something like this.
So you should have crossed the picket lines in Hollywood, and you could have went and wrote for him.
Or you could make it a niece and call her Binny.
No,
Not these days.
because it'd be Vinny that'd be the one in the old folks home needing help.
Mm.
Yeah, so
My grandpa Vinny.
Yeah.
You call
Yeah,
him.
Well, no, Ralph Macchio would still be his cousin.
yeah, but there's a girl's name that begins with a B, Binny.
Vinny. Yeah.
Okay, this is why Hollywood sucks, is because they do shit like you people are doing now.
Yeah.
Let's swap the sexes and make it. Oh, let's say no. You have the two characters. You have Ralph Macchio's character, and you have his cousin Vinny, who came and saved him. And all you're doing for a sequel is switching those roles.
Well, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
and the thing is Vinny was on the way, or Ralph Macchio was on his way to college, so he could have became a lawyer after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll feed right into the story.
His brush with law and his cousin Vinny inspired him.
He became a lawyer.
And then we can, you could rewrite it. And, he has a daughter, so you can put you have to have a female lead character in movies these days.
No,
We always have to be inclusive.
No,
No.
oh my God, that's what Donald's talking about. I hate those
That's why I'm
movies and
stirring
TV
the
shows.
pot. I'm stirring the pot.
Yeah, he's starting all right.
Yeah.
You gotta have Marissa Tomei in there.
well,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we've got to work some way. She's in there.
she'd have to be in there.
uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Randy said one of my favorite movies, Carlito's Way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is a wonderful tragedy.
I don't even know if I've ever even heard of that movie.
Remember me,
Carlito's
Vinny from the
Way.
Bronx.
Oh yeah, it's
Kind of sounds familiar, but
definitely a famous movie.
Mm.
Carlito's Way is wonderful.
Yes.
Always checking the angles.
got Louis Guzman in it. Al Pacino, Sean Penn. Oh, it's
Are
got
you
some good
checking
actors.
the angles, Don, or are you playing the angles?
Carlito.
James Rebhorn, he's dead now.
He's always
was act-
watching you had to keep an eye on all the angles.
He was actually the FBI guy in My Cousin Vinny. The one that was telling about the tires and how he tested them. And then he was also the Secretary of Defense in Independence
Only
Day.
on the floor model.
Yeah.
Yeah, only on the floor model. He said, identical.
Fuck off with your fucking pistol,
Yeah.
cheating cow.
Yeah. He was the one that was kicked off in Independence Day.
To let the court show him, defendant's holding up 2 fingers for a witness. So Mrs. Riley, and only Mrs. Riley. And then the face the judge makes when he says that, it's priceless. Or the face he makes when she starts talking about the when he starts questioning her about the cars. The district attorney.
Fred Gwynn sold that little bit when she starts in, and it cuts to him, and he plays it. You can see him fall in love with her
Yeah.
right in that scene.
My favorite movie is Justin Goes Undercover in a Gay Club. Mudball's favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain.
I don't believe that's true. I don't think Justin's ever gone undercover in a gay club. He's been out.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I'll walk into a gay club. I don't care.
Yeah, I've been there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we tell Joe. No self-respecting Southerner eats instant grits.
Yeah.
Or instant roux.
Yeah.
And I will be honest with you, I have never seen the movie Brokeback Mountain. I lived it.
I like on Family Guy, and they gave the perspective of Brokeback Mountain from the perspective of the horses. The horse walks into the tent. He's like, "Hey, you guys ready to go? We got to get going." He sticks his head in the tent. And he's like, "Oh God, we got to get out of here." I've seen the movie. It was weird. But I'm one of those ones that if a movie has a lot of controversy, I want to watch it just to see what all
Yep.
the controversy is about.
Oh,
I'd agree with that.
I didn't avoid it because of the controversy or anything like that. The content, I just never have gotten around to watching it.
That was like, remember that one movie that was on Netflix that everybody was going ape shit about the girls? It had the young girls in it. Remember about 3-4 years ago? Everybody
Yeah.
was boycotting Netflix.
Yeah.
Some French movie, right?
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
that just to see what it was about.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
watched the Barbie movie because that was so controversial.
I'm afraid of watching Brokeback Mountain because I might learn something about myself. That'd be a hard thing to explain to my wife.
It's like I'll end up watching the Snow White movie just to see what all the controversy was about.
No. Exactly, Randy. Exactly.
Because you really can't have a good discussion about a movie unless you've watched
Until you
it.
watched it, yeah.
Well,
I'd
no,
agree.
you can't.
So, and you can go by what everybody else has said on the news and whatever else, but if you haven't actually watched it,
Who would discuss a movie if they hadn't seen it? Only an idiot. Now, the problem I have with Brokeback Mountain. See, I was painting myself to be an idiot.
Randy said TMI, Donald.
What did I share? There's too much information. I might learn something about myself.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about.
Cameras on.
Oh, I'm right there with you, Randy. Grits are fucking disgusting.
Well, how have you had those grits cooked?
Dude, when I lived in North Carolina, I had about 50 different people cook me grits. I gave
How
them
did you have
plenty
them-
of shots.
Did you cook them well done or al dente?
Al dente. He said you like them regular, creamy, or what did he say? It was 3 different versions.
Yeah.
It was like regular, creamy, or al dente.
Regular, I guess.
Yeah, regular, I guess.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I mean, it just imprints itself into your head indelibly.
Huh? All right.
I need to rewatch it.
Now, I gave grits plenty of chances, though. I had a lot of different people make me different types of grits, and I just didn't like
Did you have cheesy grits?
cheesy, shrimp, sweet grits where people put sugar and different shit in them.
Sure.
Well, I mean, because when I was in North Carolina, obviously, you know, everybody there fucking eats grits just about, so. Now I'd go to a lot of people's houses. Oh, yeah, I make the best grits ever. All right, let's try them. Nope.
Seems to me
What?
like you just haven't tried them enough ways yet. Remember the lesson from Sam I Am. You didn't like them on a boat. You didn't like them with the goat.
Yep.
You just got to try some more ways, and eventually you'll find them.
But I'm one of those people, I just don't look at food and I'm like, that's nasty, I'll never eat it. I'll at least try it once. I might think something visually looks disgusting, but I'll still try it.
Yeah. Good point.
It's like I didn't want to eat Vegemite and I tried that shit and that was gross as fuck.
I've never tried Vegemite, but I'm curious.
Dude, I let the dog, like I opened up the container, I sniffed it, started gagging, and I put it up to Bo and he sniffed it and goes, bleh, and he walked away. He was like, oh hell no. The dog didn't even like it.
You have to one of these days look for it and see if
my spoon.
Well, you know,
order
a lot of people use it for like a seasoning or something on steak.
Yeah, you can marinate it. Marinate it, roast with it.
Now, I know Tim does not like Vegemite, but he has said before, I believe it was Tim that said it was really good for marinating. And he doesn't like Vegemite. He hates it.
So I don't know what it was him or what it was Matt.
I'm sure you
No,
can find
Matt
Vegemite
liked
at the grocery store, one of the big grocery stores. I'm sure they have it somewhere.
I'll have to look.
Must
If you
have
want
it.
Vegemite, just go and dig up your road. It's only tarmac.
I was going to say, TJ's still got some left.
Yeah.
I would try it, Randy.
Yeah,
For
'cause you
all I
can
know,
keep
I'd
it-
like it.
You can keep Vegemite in the cupboard for years, and then if
Yeah.
your country gets invaded, you just paint everything with it, and the military gets stuck to it. How do you think
Yeah,
the
marinate.
Australians keep everybody out? Throw Vegemite at them.
Yeah, see, even Tim
Now,
said he'll
in
use it for
England, you
marinade.
guys do Marmite, right?
Yeah.
Or,
They
yeah.
do something. I don't know what it's fucking called because it's shite.
It's gorgeous.
It's not. It's a gone off version of wallpaper paste. You can glue anything with it.
It's leftover yeast from brewing.
Malt,
Yep.
not yeast.
It was
Malt
malt
and
and yeast. It's malt and yeast.
Mm.
You can call it what you want. It's
It's the
still bad.
leftover stuff.
I'll read the ingredients out. Yeast extract, wheat, barley, salt, salt malt extract, barley, color, flavor.
Hi, Joe.
See you, Joe.
Later.
And it's also got thiamine and riboflavin in it.
Oh, that's how
Did you say
Cheetos work.
fireman?
Thiamine, not fireman.
Thiamine, isn't that like a vitamin B?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's how
it's got a lot of
Cheetos
vitamin
work.
B in it.
That's how Cheetos were discovered. They were just a byproduct of corn. And somebody
Yep.
decided to fry it up one day and put cheese powder shit on
Yeah,
it.
bottom of the bit. Yeah. Yep.
Bull
Someone
fries, you
put it on a
mean
piece
Rocky
of
Mountain
bread and
oysters? I would
ate it.
try them, Randy, even though we've made fun of them so much. I'd still try
Yeah.
a piece.
No, thank you.
Try the
I've
out.
never had them, but we do have a calf fry every year over in Bonita at the stockyards.
Try the Arab version of it, sweet meat.
No, thanks.
Mm-mm.
Prairie oysters? No, I'm good
No,
on that.
thanks.
Yeah, I'm not interested in brains. I'm not interested in eyeballs.
Oh, dude, we bought a little can of pork brains one time at the grocery store years ago when I was in North Carolina. Me and my friends that opened it up. Oh my God, dude, that smell was horrible.
And
And we each took a little fingerful. Oh my God, it was so gross. I don't know why anybody would eat that.
Well, there's an Indian curry called Nahari, which is made from sheep's brains.
No, thanks.
Officially.
yeah,
When Foot and Mouth came out, they then decided they would just use lamb steak rather than sheep's brains.
You would eat what is it? Bull's testicles with creamy filling.
Not really.
Ox tongue.
Yeah, nah, I'm not into ox tongue.
You
Or
know, I
lamb's
think I'm
fry.
just gonna do one cucumber in there.
My dad used to make cow tongue all the time.
Yeah, cow tongue.
I ain't had it in years and years.
It's lovely. I love tongue.
Oh yeah, tongue tacos, taco de lengua.
That's not bad either.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I'll show you what I did just the other day. Several packages of liver ground up and done as like with taco seasoning.
Oh, nice.
So I can make liver burritos, liver tacos.
Oh, nice.
My family doesn't like it, so I cooked up a bunch of it, froze up into small batches. And
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of
It's great as a spread.
Yeah.
Never heard them referred to as prairie oysters, Randy.
prairie oysters, yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters is what I always heard them as.
Just depends where you are, obviously.
'Cause I know
But
we
yeah,
gave
the liver tacos, they have well, it tastes like liver,
Yeah.
but it's similar. Tongue tacos to me have always tasted a bit like organ meat.
Oh yeah, liver I don't like, Randy. I've tried it and that fits.
Yeah, liver's nice.
Whether
It's got to be cooked properly.
whether you're braising it or grilling it or broiling it, as you call it, or if you try braising it in milk, that makes a difference.
Yeah. So a lot of people soak
Tastes
it in milk
better.
overnight. You don't have to soak it in milk. You can soak it in water, and water will leach off a lot of that iron.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's just
the
to get rid of
iron
that
taste is a
iron,
bit I
that heavy
can't
iron
take.
taste.
Well, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
I read
Yeah.
that wrong, Tim. I thought you said you're getting a hammock so you can make good red beans and rice. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, a ham hock.
Yeah,
Ham
I
hock.
read it as hammock. I was like, what the fuck are you getting a hammock for? What the fuck is that
Yeah.
doing cooking?
I made some pork stock this weekend. And
Winging sirloin, that's a good one, Randy.
it is going to be very tasty when I eventually get around to using it.
That's a good term for cow balls, swinging sirloin.
Swinging
Oh,
sirloin
what's
is a
the
good one.
fuck off with this stupid fucking things?
Uh, that's my new name for him now, swinging sirloin.
Swinging
I like
sirloin,
it.
yeah. I must write that one down.
That's my favorite one of the day.
We invited Trump onto the panel.
Oh man.
What?
Hey,
What are you talking about Trump for?
David swearing.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's this fucking Fortnite. They've done an update today and allowed more fucking scamming, cheating cunts in it.
Oh, gotcha. He's dropping the F-bomb like Donald Trump did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was funny. The unedited version was even better.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, language changes,
Yeah.
and it's
Well, this woman had no weapons, and all she was doing was karate moves and won the game.
Oh no.
That's bullshit.
Karate moves.
So are you mad because her strategy worked?
I'm mad because she didn't have no fucking weapons and she got shot by 7 people and didn't die.
Well, her strategy must have worked then.
No, it's cheating.
How's it cheating? Did she follow? Did
Because
she have
the
a?
karate moves she was doing are not part of the game.
Okay, so she installed a bot or something.
Probably.
He was playing Mortal Kombat.
I think you're just mad because she's a better player. I'm going to throw in a little bit of red onion.
Well, they did add the water bending and all the airbender shit back in there again. They got air bending, water bending. What is it? Fire bending. I think there was one more, wasn't there, Tim? There was four of them. Earth, yeah. It was earth bending.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I caught like the last 20 minutes of your live stream, Tim. I saw you were doing that.
Hey.
I was in the middle of making a intro for Fortnite when you were playing. So I had it playing in the background.
Black pepper.
The water bending that was a hell of a. I remember we used to fuck people up. No, I did, Tim. I was watching like the last 20 minutes or so. I caught.
Shut up, Justin.
Shut up.
They've
I
made
didn't watch any of it, Tim.
they've made a real full CGI version of How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Right. All right, I'm jumping off. I'm gonna go lay down. My stomach is killing me.
Basically, shot for
Guys,
shot
ready to
remake.
go play Fortnite?
No, I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm going to lay down. I was threw up earlier. My stomach's
Oh no.
queasy.
Okay, thanks, Justin.
I'll catch y'all later.
All
No
right.
worries.
See you later.
Is anybody on tonight, Dominic?
Bill the drone reviewer. Maybe.
Yeah. He'll probably be just playing another of his recorded past streams. I don't think he's up to talking and what's it yet after his.
Probably just Ron Brown. He'll probably introduce it and then go
Yeah,
straight to something he did with Ron Brown.
Yeah, because he had teeth implants, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because I think last week was the one that he did with Billy Kyle.
Yeah.
And that was about 3 years.
Wow.
Jump in the riptide.
Oh,
The question is, what kind of cheese do I have?
This is the same episode that was on earlier.
Mozzarella. Provolone. There's Kobe. What's in there? What is that? That's better. A little bit better. I have so many things in the fridge. I need to figure out what to use them for.
the fuck. Oh. Oh, well.
What, did Joe's battery die?
Must have.
Don't know.
What fucking glitches then? Anything in this fucking game?
Everyone posted there's glitches, they're trying to fix them.
Should do more fucking updates then, should they? Test before you release. You ain't Microsoft.
Would you like to know how much money some pick up for you?
No.
I think a little more basil.
What I'm going to do, go into passives, manage subscription, cancel.
You two lads. They both went in together. Right, where's ship number one?
What's this bloody weather will cool down?
Hmm.
Got it for another
How
week.
is it?
Ranging between 27 and 33.
Nice.
And how much is that Fahrenheit?
Google it.
27 is about 86,
Yeah,
and 33 is about 92.
it's the humidity that's the problem.
Well, the maximum it got here was 20.
Yeah, well, if we could just rotate the country around for a couple of days, you know, you can have some of this shit.
In fact, it's down to 17 at the moment.
Don't rub it in, Mark.
Yeah, pack it in, Mark.
Yeah, what are you worried about? We've got rain for the
Don't
next
rub it in, Mark.
7 days.
We got a horse pipe ban.
We don't need one. Yeah.
Not rubbing it in, Mark.
They were threatening us with one, though.
Yeah, our local reservoir is empty.
I'll tell a lie, it's down to 16 now.
Stop rubbing it in, Mark.
Oh, no, we've gone past midnight. We've gone past midnight. Our maximum tomorrow is going to be 22.
Hey, Google, what's the current temperature in Manchester?
The current temperature in Manchester is 17 degrees.
You was right the first time.
Well, I'm in Tameside, not Manchester.
Okay. Hey, Google, what is the current temperature in Tameside?
The temperature in Tameside, United Kingdom right now is 17 degrees.
Well, it still says 16 on my weather app.
Well, who are you going to listen to? Your weather app or Google?
My
Oh,
weather,
stick a thermometer.
it's probably taking it from the same place.
Yeah, just stick a thermometer out the window because, let's be honest,
Yeah.
this week the Met Office has been predicting thunderstorms and rain and all sorts of shit for around here, and we have had none of it.
Oh, we didn't get the thunderstorms that we were supposed to, but we got the rain.
Yeah,
And tomorrow
On Monday, it was like a bloody hurricane out there. It was so hot, but the wind was. Yeah, what?
Estimated is.
tomorrow we've got rain.
No.
Thursday we've got rain. Friday we've got rain.
Yeah.
Saturday we got rain. Oh, Sunday and Monday we've got
22.
sunny
Yeah.
spells.
Is that from your battle?
What
I
we
got 10 altogether from the battle.
we're gonna go back up to 25 on Monday, 24 on Sunday.
Done today.
What's that?
You were supposed to drop me a gap and see if I got that.
Oh.
You didn't drop it. So you got problem. It's also been bananas.
It's been bananas.
Beginning of this live stream, just someone saying a comment, and I got another on.
And air pollution of 2. Well, of course it is. The rain's washed it all back to ground. Zero UV index. Yeah, that's because the sun's not out. 88% humidity at the moment. Well, that's because it's raining. Randy, where the hell did you get that word from?
Right now. If might you've been yours late, so nothing. Good. All right. Speak to you later.
Oh crap.
Randy says it's illegal, but he spelt it like a sick bird. To fly within a mile of a Coast Guard cutter now.
How am I supposed to know where the Coast Guard cutters are?
Mm.
So Dominic, what are you up to today? Dominic's on the phone. Well, guys, I think I'm going to close it down.
Okay.
Everybody's busy doing things, and we'll get back with you again in the morning. David, thanks for coming in. Dominic, Mark, Don, take care. We'll see you all later.